So now let's jump into the what we call the longevity now side of the industry. Where are the current ways to engage in longevity as individuals, which we all should be doing, and likewise, where are the opportunities for investing? So we've got Deepankar Nayak now from Deep Longevity, also known as Deep. So I don't know whether Deep Longevity is named after you, Deep, or was it something that happened by
It's
osmosis?
just a coincidence, Phil. Deep longevity was existing before I joined it.
Got it. Great. Well, Deep, over to you.
Thank you so much, Phil. Delighted to be here. I'll share my slides and hope everybody can see it.
Yep, we've got them.
Yeah. So if you speak with the people that know me, they'll tell you I'm always talking about deep longevity, but I know time is scarce today, so I will be succinct in my presentation. So Deep Longevity is a vertical SaaS AI-driven preventive health tech company backed by patents and IP. Our core products that you can see on the screen now are aging clocks using which we predict biological age and make recommendations to improve health. There are four products, four aging clocks that we are commercializing today. They are blood age, mind age, biometric age, and epigenetic age. So how does the business look like? The core products. So essentially, first of all, I'd like to mention that Deep Longevity is a B2B2C company. So we are working with enterprises who own their employees and customers and patients who use the aging clocks. The clocks are available through APIs that can easily integrate with apps and websites. And for clinics or organizations who want to have a low tech or have a low tech footprint, they can access the clocks through the branded SaaS platforms called as SenaClock and SenaClock Gold. What we offer is biological age prediction, a deeper understanding of health, personalized recommendations, all of this neatly bundled in health summary reports. Now we are already seeing, and that will give you an idea of the potential of this technology and the addressable market that's available to us. Being on the side of preventive health, the technology actually works across industries. We see insurance as an industry that is ready for disruption. Our technology can help a lot in customer engagement as well as work with underwriters to come up with new pricing strategies. Employers will have unique data, unique statistic to take to their employees and focus on preventive health. Providers for us are the low hanging fruits. There are many physicians and doctors all over the world who are taking to longevity and taking the message of longevity to their patients. And most importantly for them, the technology comes as something that enables their revenue. It helps them grow their business. And we are working with them, many of them in different parts of the world. The input to the aging clocks are various diagnostic reports. So we have a natural synergy with diagnostic companies. Just before this event, I finished a meeting with a couple of doctors with whom I was discussing the possibility of really scaling our technology for public health. It can be deployed on the cloud, it is eminently scalable, and using AI, we can personalize at n equals to 1 level. Consumer health companies are looking at showing the efficacy of the products, coming up with new subscription plans for the supplements, the vitamins, the nutrition products, and they are finding our technology is something that can be quite useful. And finally, we are building a white label longevity platform for those companies who want to go directly to consumer. They have the business ready, they want to focus on the consumer, and they don't want to focus so much on the tech, which we can build for them. Our revenue comes from two parts, really simple. The clocks are available with an annual subscription, and then there is a pay-per-use model where companies pay for every prediction that they generate. So tying this to what Greg was saying before, if you look at the billions of people out there who'd like to know their biological age, who'd like to improve their age. And if you think if they're ready to pay a dollar to know this information, we can see how big the market can potentially be. So let's dive a little deeper into the aging clocks. Our most popular aging clock is blood age clock. Blood reports are there with everybody, everybody has them, but it gives them very little information. We can take that data and then we can bring in a lot of insight along with biological age prediction. And if you see the panel of biomarkers, we use standard biomarkers which most people look at when they are doing an annual health checkup. These are lipids, kidney status, clotting status, glucose, white blood cells, proteins, liver function, iron status, red blood cells, minerals. Nothing exotic here at all. What we give back in return is a blood age summary report, which, along with the biological age prediction, has organ health scores. It gives weekly diet plan and also gives a weekly exercise plan. Along with that, we are providing recommendations on lifestyle, and we are also talking about supplements when we see it's really needed. Going to mind age clock now. Our approach to mind age is from a preventive standpoint. Now, there are hundreds of mental health applications out there which are focusing on one condition on the other. What we are saying is we are looking at mental health like the way you look at exercise and sport. You do that because you are healthy, not because you are sick. But there are very few people who are doing something proactively about their mental health to improve their well being and resilience. So, the way MindAge works is we have a proprietary questionnaire, which the answers to which the AI takes and then creates a psychological profile, which is mapped to what we call an island of emotional stability. The AI at the same time determines what's the higher level of well being that the person can aspire to. It is entirely possible that there are more than one people who have the same starting or ending point, but they will have their unique pathways to reach there. And therefore, there could be infinite ways how you can reach from a lower plane of well being to a higher plane of well being. The psychological profile is built across 6 well-being parameters of positive relations with others, self-acceptance, autonomy, personal growth, environmental mastery, and purpose in life. So the AI is looking at the scores across these well-being parameters and then gives recommendations which puts the person on the path to improving their well-being and resilience. In our reports, we take the effort, and that goes for all our products, to actually explain to the layman what exactly we are trying to do here and how to interpret the information. So we'll explain what is a well-being parameter, what does a high score mean, what does a low score mean. So when you see that score, you can introspect, you can have a discussion, and you can then align with the score and think that, okay, this is something that speaks to my personality, and these recommendations are something that I can actually go ahead and execute. Epigenetic aging clocks are very popular and becoming increasingly popular. We are one of the first ones to launch an epigenetic aging clock in the market. At the time, it was one of the most accurate ones. It still is, or amongst the most accurate DNA methylation clocks. Uh, it's also very robust because I think we are amongst the few providers that are looking at a large number of epigenetic profiles. We have about 1,000 genes across which we look at the methylation and then determine the epigenetic age. But for this, we are working with data only from Illumina arrays. So, quick look into Senoclock and Senoclock Gold and Senoclock Consumer, which is our SaaS platforms. So we have put all the aging clocks that we have built under Senoclock. The predictions are generated almost instantaneously. The platform is highly scalable. It can be used for a hundreds of thousands of users or a few hundred users, depending upon where a business is placed. Senoclock we built keeping privacy at the core of the business. So Senoclock works in a completely anonymized fashion. The only input we need along with a set of biomarkers is age and gender. We don't need any other personal information. And we don't store any other personal information. Senoclock Gold, on the other hand, caters to the need of users who want to actually track how their health is progressing over time. So we are taking this to employers as well as clinics who want to give access to their employees and patients and users who would log in, who would track how their organ health score has progressed from um, the previous test to the latest one, how their biological age has moved, how their well-being scores are changing, and then they can relate this to different things that's happening in their life. They can relate this to different events, interventions, whatever actions they are taking to improve their health, and then understand why their health is changing based on what is happening with their lives. What we have also done with Senoclock Gold is we have created a set of reports which allows organization to have an aggregate view of the population. So in case of employers, they would know across age groups and gender which population is doing better than the rest, and therefore identify pockets which needs more resources than others, and then direct their efforts towards helping that section of the population. The platform is configurable. So in case of employers, obviously they won't be able to see the information of the employees. But in case of clinics where the doctors would like to and should have access to the patients, then that access can be enabled. With Senoclock Consumer, our goal is to build a longevity platform which has all aspects of a patient health record, a patient diary. You'll have information about the medical history, about lifestyle information, about supplements that a person might be taking, along with information of pertaining to all the aging clocks that we have. And all of that would be put together, something that they can export information from and also share with their physicians. This platform would be available as a white label longevity platform for any business that wants to go to the market and do it quickly. Finally, Deep Longevity is revenue generating, has been for a while. The customers are global. They are there in Europe, in the US, in the Middle East, in Asia, and increasing. So we are at the stage where we want to build more. We want to reach out to more markets, get more customers, build more aging clocks, build more functionality and features with our existing products. So we'll be very happy to speak with any investors who are looking at this space. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deep. Well, obviously, you're backing into a very interesting aspect of this whole industry, right? Which is, can we measure age and can we make age plastic and roll backwards? So you're going to be joining us for the questions session at the end. So I've got a few questions I'd love to lean into with you. So thanks for your presentation. Really appreciate it.
Great. Thanks for having me here, Phil.